Gene with Elvis Burger 2020, and this is my good friend,
I'm dark.
evangelist,
Apostle
now. So you just Pastor Tina to me. You apostle.
That'll work.
You apostle. Is that like a promotion from evangelist?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, y'all, I'm in Laurel, Mississippi, which is like the big, huge city of what, about 20,000 people, maybe? Is that big yet?
Yeah.
Maybe 20,000 people. I lived in Sandersville in Pastor, which is about 800 people, maybe less now. About 7 miles down the road. And Apostle Tina here was, she had church right next door to where I lived. And we got to know each other, and her husband Pete, and their kids, and just everybody. And so anyways, I wanted y'all to meet her. So I'll say the same thing I tell everybody else. Tell the world something about yourself, Apostle Tina.
Okay.
Whatever you want. This is your chance to just put it out there.
Okay. My name is actually Mrs. Titania Terry Von Black.
I did not know that. I thought you were Pastor Tina the day you were born.
I'm also a Stephanie and McCann. And this is my hometown here, Laurel, Mississippi. And I was born right here in Laurel at the 5-point star, we call it. If you look at the map of Laurel from the air, it's in the center of the star. And Lantine Price's mom delivered me. I am a pastor, as you stated. I'm an author.
Here's one of her books. I found she's written. People tell me to write a book, and I'm lazy. I can't get one book out. You put 18?
18 books.
18 books. She just gave me this one. It's The Christian's Love Life. Sounds spicy. From Ambassador Tina Black. It is spicy. So this is going to help my love life?
Yes.
All right then. Okay. It
Promise
probably needs a little help. Everybody's does.
I promise you.
All right then.
But it's just an honor, a privilege and an honor to be here with my dear friend, Pastor Gene. So I call him my big brother, someone that I admire so much, someone who has,
I think
encouraged us in ministry. Excuse me.
We're at work right now at the hotel. We're working at the hotel, so hang on.
Good afternoon, Townhouse Motel. May we help you? Hold on just one moment, please. Sorry about that. We also manage the Townhouse Motel.
Yeah, she's a hotel man. We're in the lobby right now, so if the lighting's a little weird, it's because the lighting's a little weird.
Yes.
But yeah, I think well, you and Pete too. I can tell you something funny. We went to Sam's Diner, right?
Right.
So this young lady takes our order behind the counter, and Pete's like, "You remember?" Like he said something like, "Do you remember 10 years ago?" Like she wouldn't remember. Oh, phone's ringing again. Hold on, busy hotel.
Good afternoon, Townhouse Hotel. Hello? I guess you realized it rang back. Okay.
All right. So they probably knew you were live in the studio right now.
It happened.
So Pete says to her, like, "Yeah, do you remember here like 10 years ago?" And I look at him and go, "Pete, she's probably like 16. She was, I'm 17. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then he says, "Well, tell him, Gene." So I said, "Yeah, I used to be pastor here. I was at the Presbyterian Church." And this girl just looked at me and laughed. I guess I don't look like a pastor in Sandersville, do I?
Well,
anymore. I didn't have the beard, long hair,
In defense of the ministers of today, what does a preacher look like?
I don't know. I think I'm working
What does a pastor look like?
I've gained a little weight on this trip, and I think I'm working on a fat Jesus look right now. I'm not sure. I don't know if Jesus wears baseball hat backwards, though.
Yeah.
I wear this one backwards now because it's hard, at least for my head, to find a baseball hat that fits right. And this one, forward, it's okay.
No, they're cute, but
backwards, this hat fits my head perfectly backwards.
Right. And you look like a pastor.
I look like
you
a
look
pastor.
like a preacher.
I look like a preacher.
We have a definition of what we think pastors and preachers ought to look like and how they ought to come off. And it is a true saying that you can't walk before God any kind of way, but in order to reach the masses or reach the assigned people that God has for you in your path, you have to look like what they're expecting
You
to
come
see.
on in here and be on. We're like on TV. It's okay. No? What's your name? Ayana?
Ariana.
Ariana. What is that? Is that like silly putty? But it's like sparkle silly putty or something?
It feels like slime.
Glitter putty.
It's slime.
Oh, it's slime. Oh.
That's standing up a whole lot better sideways.
Yeah, I get more. And then you don't have the bars on the side. When you,
Oh, wow.
it's something I learned. Like Mitch and I didn't know what we were doing when we started this 2 months ago. I'm starting to get a knack for it now, a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe. So, if you, hey, let me ask you one quick question real fast.
Okay.
I was talking with my buddy Hugh, who is a white male minister up in Jackson with the ministry up there, does a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him.
Okay.
So what you think about the Mississippi flag's going to change?
Me personally, I could care less because I don't even know anything about the flag.
Like, it ain't but a thing.
It's a flag. Through the years since I've been here, different people have told me what it meant and what it means to some and what it means to others, but I don't have a clue of what the flag really, it's a flag.
So if there was like changes here, what are some changes that would matter in Mississippi? If you were the grand poobah, the head of the Moose Lodge, in Mississippi, like, or the water, what was it? No, Fred Flintstone had the Water Buffalo Lodge. That's what that was, yeah. But if you were like, large and in charge, what would be some changes in Mississippi?
Some of the changes I believe would be to start with the basics of what parties mean and what they should do in the community.
Parties. You talking about like barbecue parties,
no,
political
sir,
parties?
The political parties.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because so many people are stuck on their party, and your party isn't doing anything to help anybody, not even you.
So you're saying we need to get more to the grassroots?
I think we would need to get more right into the root of what the parties mean, what they're supposed to be doing for the people, and what type of involvements, what can they do to help to make a better city, a better county, a better state.
Like just being better neighbors.
Yes. What can we do to now one thing about Mississippi though, I have to admit, Mississippi takes care of Mississippi.
How's that?
When it all boils down to it, whatever issues we're facing or whatever we're going through, we'll break down and take care of one another in the end, and we'll do what's best for Mississippi in the end. But we have to tunnel through so much to get that done, because you have people that are always standing aside saying, I'm this and I'm that, instead of coming together and for the community, unity of the community, unity of what we need to do, not only to help ourselves, but help others as well.
Unity of the community.
You know what I'm saying?
That rolls off the tongue. I like that. Y'all preach.
Because we have children that need better examples. They need better. They need more attention. Maybe I just talk about law where I am. We don't have a Boys and Girls Club here. We don't have after school or summer care for our children unless they're in sports and certain things like that.
I'm in sports.
Yeah.
What do you play? What sports do you do?
Tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah, she does tennis.
That is some really cool slime. I'm listening to you, but y'all don't see this on camera. She's got this cool slime, like Nickelodeon Junior stuff. And you had it like all spread out, like you could see through it, like sort of. That was really. Did you put it on the camera? Can I bring the camera around?
Yeah.
Show me your slime real quick. Oh, check out this slime, man. You think I make it all? How'd you have it like all?
Yeah, that's the going thing. They play with slime now. Like we used to play with silly putty.
Right.
And it makes noises.
This is our slime playing with young tennis star here.
I am a tennis star.
She is a tennis star.
I got a badge.
You got a badge that says you're a tennis star?
No, it's like a tennis badge. It's on my shirt.
Oh.
It's on my other shirt.
Oh, that's cool. How old are you?
6.
6, and you're playing tennis? That's good. You know, the people you see on TV, they're like the big, really good tennis players, you know, they started when they were about your age.
Yes, Serena and them did.
That's right. That's how they got that good, because they were very, very young, and they worked very, very hard. Look at that. That's slime. I'm, like, impressed by simple things. Like slime.
Oh, that's the one thing. They can make it now.
You can get right here in the middle. Yeah, here we got it right
See?
here. What is your name again?
Ariana.
Ariana. You're not the Ariana Huffington who owns the Huffington Post on the internet, are you? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you look a lot younger than her. She's kind of up in years a little bit. Yeah,
I
you're
got a
old like me.
cheerleader badge.
You got a cheerleader badge.
It's like not a badge, but you put it around your neck.
Yeah.
Necklace badge.
So you're gonna be a cheerleader one day? You think? Maybe in high school?
I'll go get it. I'll go get it.
All right. There's a lot going on at this hotel.
Yes.
Cheerleading, tennis,
We
slime,
are the
Pastor
stuff
Tina.
here at Townhouse Motel.
We got the stuff at Townhouse Motel.
Yes.
So go on. You talking about no boys clubs, girls clubs, how about school tutoring after hours, things like that.
Yeah, we need all of that to be recreated and reestablished in our city.
So there's not a lot for young people to do outside of sports, except maybe like run around, get in trouble, kind of
Right,
get bored, and get in
right.
trouble.
So I would like to see more of that, be established in this area.
Have you gone liberal since I saw you 10 years ago? Because it just suddenly occurred to me. I'm looking at. Are those shorts you're wearing?
Oh yes.
I thought you. I've been telling everybody how I go. My friend Tina, she's all with it, about social change and everything. But she wears a long skirt. She's a long skirt Pentecostal preacher. I've never even seen your legs. I didn't know you had any. What happened?
Well, the thing of it is, you obey those that have rule over you.
So the bishop was bringing it down on you.
So the bishop and the organization that I was involved with, he, forestated, that we wore dresses and we didn't wear, pants or shorts, let alone shorts.
Right. I just suddenly looked at it. I was like, wait a minute.
But
whoa, this is not the Pastor
now,
Tina I knew.
If we will go back and look at the scriptures, it comes from teaching and encouraging. We go back and look at the scripture. The scripture says that we should not wear anything that pertained to a man. But when the ordinance was given, they were talking about fabrics and colors. They wasn't talking about pants.
Yeah, and actually, these are some cool shorts, but the design, no, I would not wear those. That would not pertain to me, at least.
Okay. And they zip different from yours.
Is this the cheerleader badge?
See, it says cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Here, show us one again. Y'all see? Cheer.
So, yeah,
There's the badge. It's official.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here, put it on like a gold medal at the Olympics.
So, but we welcome you to
All
come to
right.
Laurel and see what we have. Let me talk about this hotel. This hotel is actually one of the oldest hotels in Laurel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like how old?
It has to be about 50, 60 years old, maybe older than
My
that.
TV is old. I'm actually in my room. I've been watching Blindside, with Sandra Bullock.
Your TV
And,
is not old.
No, it's one of them old fat TVs, man. It's not even a flat screen. It's like a fat TV. It looks like it came from Radio Shack about, 1975. No, not quite 1975. But yeah, it's like the old fat TV. The pawn shops won't even take those anymore. I know this from experience.
Mine's like that too.
Our
That's
thrift
why
store I
watch
worked
my
at wouldn't
TV.
take fat
That's why I
TV.
watch my phone.
That's this. There, yeah. All right. This slime. Where can I get this? Can I get that like I don't know, Walmart? A Family Dollar?
Yeah,
Y'all, I'm gonna buy
every
me some
color.
slime tomorrow at Family Dollar.
It's something to focus on.
When I get home, y'all watch out. I'll be sliming you.
It was the last one.
You had the last one?
It was the last one.
How much is that worth to you?
I don't know.
How many dollars?
55?
How much?
55.
She wants me to pay $55 for that slime. That's not happening.
She's a Patel, honey.
You're a capitalist. $55. Hey, that must be some good slime. You probably could eat that for that.
It smells like strawberry.
Is this your mom right here?
Yeah.
Bring your mom on the show too. See, that's
Are we live?
so all these people, we'll get the whole hotel. We'll just have ready cup. We'll just pile everybody in.
It smells like strawberries.
It does. Can I smell it? Ooh, it smells like strawberry bubblegum. You sure that's not gum and you can chew it?
No, don't try to chew it.
says
Uh-uh.
it on the lid.
Do you ever eat Elmer's
like
glue?
peeling.
Huh?
You ever eat Elmer's glue? I shouldn't do this. Your mom's gonna kill me.
Can't
Don't do it.
do-
No, nice girls don't eat Elmer's glue. Guys like me, I'd be like, eating glue.
You
And,
eat glue?
yeah, I ate glue once when I was a kid.
How?
That's because
In my
that was the only thing he had around to
They
eat.
dared me. They dared me.
Too long.
Some little girl, like about second grade, I dare you to eat this glue. So I put a little on my finger. Then they all thought I was gross. It didn't taste that bad.
Oh my.
What does it taste like?
Glue.
Well, what does it taste like?
It tastes kind of like flour and water. It's kind of natty. It does not taste like
Well,
strawberry.
you know they make that out of glue.
Oh, phone's ringing again. Back at work.
Yep, this is a hotel. Good afternoon, Townhouse Hotel. May we help you?
Fine.
Hey.
Pardon me? How many people? A single is 45. Kings and doubles are 50. We do. Tax included. Okay, like I was saying, this is one of the oldest hotels in Laurel. It was probably built like in the late 50s, early 60s.
Wow.
So,
It was-
a long time ago, it was blue. When I was a kid, the hotel was blue.
When you were a kid, you're 6 now. How old were you?
Yeah,
What's
the
a kid,
hotel
like
was
4?
blue, and it had a pool. Now this is red, and it doesn't have a pool.
Yeah, it's a picture of it over there.
I'm 6, man. When I was a kid, though.
Yeah, it was.
I'm laughing with you. No, I'm not laughing at you. That
It
was
was.
great. Thank you.
It was when I was a kid. It was actually built
I
for
know
the
that.
people that were coming in
Yeah.
to. They worked at the Masonite.
Right, that was the particle board factory over there.
Right.
Particle board, for those of you who have ruined a skill saw blade on it, was invented right here in Laurel, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time you mess up a skill saw blade on particle board or something, and you want to, yell at or cuss out whoever invented this stuff, you can yell about Laurel, Mississippi, because this is where this is where it came from. It's the
And-
particle
and,
board
you know,
capital of the universe.
Places like Georgia Pacific and other places began to develop the product. But this was built for not only the people that worked at Masonite, but the ones that came in and developed the land around here.
Oh.
Like those old pictures up there.
Oh, yeah.
When they built the downtown area. Because see, all of this used to be swamp area.
Right.
It was all swamp.
So when you grew up here, like it was much smaller town. It's not a huge town now, but it's kind of the biggest thing around, except for Hattiesburg or Meridian. I guess, but it's way smaller. Right?
It's grown tremendously since 1991.
You were born in 1991, so that means
No.
you're
I was born in 57.
29 years old.
No,
You're still a kid.
I was born in 57.
57.
Now she's 60.
Did you hear her? She said, I'm like an older brother to her. Or no, big brother. Because I'm not, let's not talk about
Oh,
ages.
yeah, but
I was not
I
born in
didn't-
the 50s. I was born in 63, so I'm a kid.
Okay, that's the year I left here.
Yeah. And you, wait a minute, so you were, that'd be 7?
No, 5. Turning 6.
5. Oh, that's, see, yeah, I'm bad at math. That's why I became a preacher and not a rocket scientist, because I'm bad at math. So where did you go when you were like 6?
I was kidnapped.
You were kidnapped.
I was kidnapped from here.
Get it.
I was kidnapped from here when I was 5 years old and taken to Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
And then when they found me, I was 16 years old, and my mom kidnapped me and took me to California.
So you grew up here, little town Mississippi, till you're 6. Then you get up to Detroit till you're 16. And what year? That would be 76,
because
77.
my mom had left me here with my grandmother and my aunt, I was supposed to be brought back here. But my mom came and got me and took me to LA.
And you were about 14 then, right? Something like that.
16. I was
16. And so now so 6 up
So
here,
I
16
came home
Detroit.
when I was 31. So I don't know nothing about the flag. I don't know
See,
nothing
that's something I
about...
always liked about you, because I can kind of relate to that. I was never kidnapped,
I don't
but
know anything about... oh, he's gonna get killed.
you like a small town girl who saw the big city in a whole bunch of ways, and then came back to small town. That's cool.
I don't know anything about the flag. I don't know much about racism and all that kind of stuff. I don't know nothing about all that.
You know about the Lord, though.
I know about the Lord.
Tell us about the Lord.
He can save anybody. I can tell you about somebody who can save anybody from everything. He's a deliverer.
Hey. Hi.
Take him out so he can walk.
Pete, get up. Y'all, this is Pete. This is
Praise the
Deacon
Lord,
Pete.
everybody.
This is Pete. This is Tina's husband right here.
Amen. Amen.
He likes to talk on camera too.
And now, who is this?
This is Keelan.
Keelan? You're on TV. How old are we talking here? About a year?
Yeah.
Yes, he is
1 year
one.
old. Should I tell everyone the story about when you had the teeth thing, when you were teething, you were about like, a foot long, and I put you to sleep cooing in your ear in church? Nah, that's embarrassing. Because you're a young man now, so that'll blow the cool thing, right? That'll totally mess up your cool. Hey, you ain't worried about being cool? Oh, that's cool.
I was gonna let him walk.
So how far are you on the tape?
About 22 minutes and about 4 phone calls from work. This is great. This is like a Saturday Night Live sketch. We started out with the two of us, and now it's like everybody's in here. This is great. So, Pete, this is your chance. Like, I just talking with Tina here. What would you like to say to the world on this video? You can say whatever you want.
I thank God for being alive in my life. I just thank God for having Pastor Gene as a friend. I thank God for just being God in my life. If it had not been for Jesus on my side, what would I be? I just thank God today. I thank God for all the fun that we had today. Me and Pastor Gene had a lot of fun. We didn't go too many places, but we went a lot of places that he recognized.
We have burgers.
Yeah, and we went by his old house, and we seen a couple of things. But I just thank God for
Saw a
today.
cool bicycle.
Yeah,
I met your brother.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've met him before, man. He does the drives bicycles, man. Hey.
He like 3-wheelers and motors on bikes.
Are you feeling better, Keelan?
Well, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wind this up because I ate too much again, and I've been doing this a lot. When I get back to the gym, I'm just warning y'all. I'm gonna need 2 stations to work out at OTF because I've gotten wide in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm getting back, fat Jesus look here or something.
So,
But anyways,
my J.
It's an honor to
these
know.
are like my brother and
It's
sister
an
right
honor
here.
to see you, and we're glad you're in.
Yeah,
Monroe,
we're glad that
Mississippi.
I was just thinking about how it was a privilege for you just to think about us, to come by and stop.
Pete, I think about y'all every single day. Not just once a day. I mean, like, things just go, I'm going through the day, and I see somebody or somebody says something or
We
whatever,
just-
you know. And I'm
that's a
thinking, oh, you know, I'll start thinking about you and Tina.
Yeah.
It's been that way 10 years.
It's a privilege to have somebody to think about, enough of you to come by and see you and spend some time with
Yeah.
you. That's a privilege.
When
You know,
I started doing this trip around the U.S., and I've seen a lot of people, and there's some people I didn't get to see, but I had like 3, I told you this at the dinner, there was like 3, 4 people that I knew for sure I would see. Like my buddy Turk in Oregon, I knew that for sure. I knew pretty much for sure I'd see Adele in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure I was going to see Gretchen in Missouri. And I was definitely sure I was going to see y'all here in Laurel, because I knew if I got around the whole U.S. and did not stop here and y'all found out, like, you'd be sad.
Yeah.
I know you still pray for him, probably more, but you know.
Did you take a picture of the hotel?
I haven't got one on the outside yet. I'm gonna when I go back
I
outside.
took one of the room. Now everybody don't want to come here.
Yeah.
She's being all like
Here, everybody gonna want to come to
Madonna and
House
Child here.
Motel. You know, a lot has been done to Laurel though since you've been gone. The downtown area,
Yeah.
it's really developed.
I saw a little of that.
I mean,
I
it's
saw a little
like
of that.
hometown comes
My
here
favorite
and-
Chinese restaurant is Mexican now.
Yeah.
But I'd be okay with that because I actually like burritos more than lo mein. I'm all about burritos.
We
I'm
have
all about
Italian
burritos.
restaurants. They have Italian cuisine.
The Shoney's
We have
place though.
sweet shops.
Pete, do you remember the Sunday afternoon we went to that one church? It was like, I guess their anniversary or something, homecoming or something.
I think it was Pastor Ashford Church.
Yeah, and there was no AC, and it was really hot. And I had gone to Shoney's for everybody and ate way too much meatloaf. And I had a nap attack. Remember, like I was sitting there, and you were like sitting behind me, like almost like smacking me in the head, trying to keep me awake because I had to go up there and speak, you know, when it's time I come speak.
I don't know.
Oh, I was passing out in church, man, Sunday afternoon.
That's Sweet Hope.
That was Pastor Ashford. Cause I think didn't you play the drum?
I think so, yeah. I might even got up like that. You know, it's one of those ones, oh, y'all pastors here, make a few remarks. And I was toward the end, and pastor remarks can get long. And I had had way too much meatloaf at lunch. And it was like sleeping pill. It was like a meatloaf sleeping pill.
African American program or something.
It was Pastor Ashford.
Yeah, this was something like, it was either, I think it was like the anniversary of the church. Maybe it was 100 years old or something. It was a very special event. And I remember there was no AC, and I had eaten way too much at lunch at Shoney's, and I was trying to stay awake. And Pete was behind me like, Pastor Gene, wake up, your head's nodding. You know, I was like falling over. It wasn't even like, it was obvious to anybody I was falling asleep.
Like the hometown burgers.
It was Pastor Ashford because they had Pastor Cooper. They had the praise and worship dance. You remember that?
Yeah.
They had on white dresses.
Well, I wasn't there.
My big memory with you, though, in church was the Martin Luther King service right after Obama got elected. Remember we went, and it was packed, and the only other white people there.
That was Sweet Hope.
Yeah, that was Sweet Hope. And there was some white city councilman showed up for about 2 minutes, and a white guy with a camera from the paper showed up for about 2 minutes, and then they left. And remember, what was the pastor looked down at me like, he's like, "Are you okay out there?" I'm like, and you said something like, "Oh yeah, Gene's all right, man. He was Pentecostal before he was Presbyterian," or something like that. And I'm like, "All right then, let's go." You know, that was a big night.
Get my phone.
That was a big night.
Get it and come on now.
I asked Pete, is Pastor Holloway still here in town? Joe Holloway?
Yes, he is here.
I would like to find him, man. He meant so much to me. You know, he was like I looked up to him like a mentor. You know,
He's built a new church,
Koinonia.
I believe it's Missionary Baptist Church.
Koinonia Missionary Baptist. I'll look that up tonight. I'll maybe send him an email and say,
Glad
hey.
to see you.
Yeah, I'd come back out here again for sure. It's not that it took me 9 hours to drive from here to Ocala when I lived here.
Because you're right on the other
Yeah,
side.
it's a day's drive. It's a long day. If you want to do it in 2 days, you could stop somewhere, maybe at the beach, you know, and catch a sunset, sleep a little, and yeah, Joe, Pastor Holloway. So now we're all surrounded by youngins
I want to go to
now.
Destin.
You got to look it up.
Destin's great.
Look it up
I love Destin.
on Facebook.
Go to Fort Walton Beach next to Destin because it's not as Destin. The traffic is awful. It's worse than New York. You know what I mean?
My brother went down there to pick up some bikes.
Yeah, during season, it's awful. It'll take you all day to get across the street walking.
Yeah.
But Fort Walton Beach not quite as bad. You know, it's not quite as packed. And
I went to the Destin Beach.
We got 2 grown-ups here and 1 kid, because she said
When she was a kid.
when Ariana said back when I was a kid, but she's 6 now, so she must have been when she was 2. But so we have 2 grown-ups because she says back when I was a kid. So we got 1 kid, 2 grown-ups.
You're speaking to Ariana.
Give a smile for the camera. She thinks I'm messing with her.
He's hollering at you.
You all right?
Look. He's trying to see
I went
you.
to the
Go around here and see her.
You been to Destin? Did you like it? So you like the
I
ocean?
went with the whole family.
That's
Ari,
cool.
look. Ari.
That's cool. Well, hey, I'm gonna check out here. Not out of the hotel. That'll be in the morning. Tomorrow is a very big day. Oh, by the way, you said I need have to be up at like leave about 5 to be there say at 11. No. I checked my GPS and Selma's like 2.5 hours.
You're going to go 84.
Is that the one? I don't know. I didn't see the route. But it said it's like 2 hours, 2.5. So I'll say 3.5 hours. So if I want to be there say at 11.
Shorts now.
If I left at 8, 7:38.
Just like go 84, 60, 84, 65, and I think it's like 71 or something like that when you get up so
That sounds
far.
like a football play. 84, 65, Hut, Omaha.
Yeah, because you're going to go to, like, it's on the other side of Fort Benning.
Fort Benning's in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, Fort Benning is across the river from it or something.
Well, no, you're thinking of Phoenix City.
Yeah, Phoenix City.
No, I'm going to Selma.
How far is Selma?
Selma's down south, kind of southish of Montgomery a little ways.
Ah,
so
you know about Phoenix City.
I know about Phoenix City. I was told never to go there. I know when I was a little kid, my dad was stationed at Fort Benning when I was about her age.
Yeah.
And after I was a kid, and
He's still a kid, no?
I'm a big kid. I'm a 56. I'm gonna be 57 in a week. I'm still a kid. That's why I like the slime. Seriously. I told someone today, you can grow up. It's good to grow up, but don't get old. There's a difference between growing up and getting old. You can stay young and grow up. So, anyways, hey, tomorrow, Selma, John Lewis Bridge.
Make sure you share pictures.
Oh, we're gonna do a video of it, and then tomorrow evening, some candlelight vigil or something for John Lewis in Montgomery, and I might even see a couple people I know there. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They're just at this point, I was very much in control of my journey out west. Now I got people. Oh, we're gonna go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. They got surprises for me.
Okay.
I don't know what they are, but I have surprises. Say, you want to say anything?
Nah, just enjoy this thing, whatever he says.
Hey, this is Gene, Elvis Burger 2020. I'm here with family. I'm out. Bye. Hey, y'all, this is Gene at the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip. And you see the water tower. It says Selma, a nice place to live. I don't know. I guess it's a nice place to live. I don't know. It wasn't for black people in 1965, specifically on a certain Sunday morning on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I know that. And anyways, I'm here in Selma, Alabama. And I'm right in front of, I just got into town, and you see here, this is Tabernacle Baptist Church. And if you read through this sign, I'll just leave it sitting here for just a sec. And I'll go to the other side and you can read it. Gotta walk around the other side now. This Tabernacle Baptist Church is where the first mass meetings were held for voter registration drives for black folks here in Dallas County in Selma, Alabama. And you can read a little more there. Dr. King spoke here a couple of times. God sees us as we can be, but loves us as we are. So I guess we can all do a little better. I don't know. But this is it right here. This is a very historic place. Selma is you'd be hard, I mean, there's Birmingham, Montgomery, you know, there's so many places. Obviously, Memphis, Jackson. There's so many places that have civil rights history. Lots of it. Selma is definitely one of those places. I haven't been to the bridge yet. It's down here somewhere. Maybe down this way. I'm waiting on my friend Warren to get here. We're gonna walk the bridge together. And then later on this evening, I think we're gonna be in Montgomery early this evening, for a I think candlelight vigil in honor of Congressman John Lewis. So God sees us as we can be, but loves us as we are. So maybe God sees us as not racist. Maybe God sees us as, what was that Pastor Tina said yesterday? Excuse me, Apostle Tina. Unity of community, right? For you goon squads up there in Portland and elsewhere, yeah, God sees you as you could be. I guess God still loves you in them camo uniforms, but I got to tell you something. I don't think you're doing the Lord's work very well. I think you're doing the devil's work. Sons of vipers. There you go. There's your John the Baptist quote for the day. Anyways, so here I am in Selma. There's Snoopy. And I'm going to hang out. Warren's going to be here in about an hour. So this is, I've been sitting on the steps here, catching up on my Facebook. Nobody's in the church right now. I'd love to go in there and see the sanctuary. A lot of history in this place. The spark, the spark that became a fire in the March for Voting Rights to Montgomery, Alabama, that began on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, kind of began at this church right here. First mass meetings. And as you saw, the pastor was in favor of having the meetings. His deacon board wasn't, because I guess they were probably afraid the church could get burned down, bombed, or God knows what. But the pastor made a stand, and I'm gonna be honest. Speaking as someone who's been a pastor, some of y'all pastors need to make a little more of a stand and maybe leave your deacons in the dust. You know, just leave them behind. You just keep going, okay? Because one of my experiences with churches, at least at least in my denomination is part of it, and I'm sure there's other ones, but church boards, sessions, otherwise, at least in my experience, can tend to be some foot-dragging mofos, man. And we need some pastors that are willing to, hitch up, has to say, gird up your loins, man. That's what the Bible says. Hitch up your britches and make a stand. Make a stand. In spite of whatever your church board thinks. Maybe they just need to educate themselves a little bit about what things are about. But anyways, enough of me talking about that. Thinking back to yesterday in Sandersville. And Black Lives Matter. And here I am in Selma. This is history right here. This is holy ground right here. This is what it's all about. So this is Gene. God sees us as we can be, but loves us as we are, but wants us to do better. So, in the name of the Lord and in the name of the fine folks that still populate this church, let's do better. Elvis Burger, 2020, Selma, Alabama. See ya. The clock just struck high noon here at the Presbyterian Church in downtown Selma, Alabama. Right across the street, here's the First Baptist. I just showed you Tabernacle Baptist Church up the street a few blocks, where voting rights rallies were first held in Selma beginning in 1963, leading up to the march in 65. I got a feeling First Baptist and honestly this Presbyterian Church were not exactly happy about those meetings. And I know, having been a Presbyterian minister I can tell you that the particular Presbyterian denomination I pastored in, which is known for being rather liberal, my particular congregation, with the exception of a few women who were widowed and didn't have their husbands to tell them how to think anymore, which is how one of them described it to me personally, pretty much we're not exactly open to racial reconciliation. I guess that's a nice way to put it. I remember visiting one of them early on in my time there, and sitting at her house, and she confided in me. This was back when Obama was elected president. He had just been elected. My first week in Mississippi was the week Obama was elected. And I had voted early in Florida for Obama. And I had one of my members of my session literally told me, he said, I will kick your ass if I found out you voted for Obama. I told him a few weeks later I did, and told him, let's go out in the backyard and fight, man. I don't care. You know, you want to challenge me? Do it. But he didn't. But anyways, good for him too. But anyways, this woman confided that she had voted for Obama, and I confided that I had too, and she swore me to secrecy because she had to live there. And I said, yeah. I said, well, you know, one of the guys on the church session wants to kick my butt because of that. She says, yeah, I've heard. Don't worry about him. I said, I'm not. But I'm looking here at the Presbyterian church playing this beautiful hymn on their carillon, whatever, bell tower. And I don't think the Presbyterians were that happy either. I think the denomination, this particular denomination, is making great strides and has made incredible strides over decades. But I can tell you, when it comes down to individual congregations in the South and individual people, do not think for a second that in some of these more liberal, quote, denominations, there are not some old codgers on those church sessions that wish things were, say, like they were before, as they call it, the change. But I'm guessing Reverend Stephen Burton here is probably quite the pastor. I know pastors that are being produced by I'm pretty sure this is the PCUSA church. They're doing some great things. I've got a lot of good Presbyterian minister friends, and I can tell you there's some really good people. But again, like I said in that last video, I think some pastors need to step forward, maybe have a serious talking to with their boards and their board of deacons and their church sessions and whatever. And I'm going to show you where I'm at. Walk around the church here. Preservation Society. I think it's one of those towns where a lot of things have preservation societies. Well, wait a minute. This is not a PCUSA church. This is an evangelical Presbyterian church, which is sort of a split off from the PCUSA, more conservative. It's sort of, loosely speaking, it's if a Southern Baptist and a PCUSA churches made a baby, it would kind of be an EPC. And I'm sure there's some good folks here, but I don't know, man. This same predominantly white churches, we still got a lot of work to do on ourselves. I mean, I include myself in that pile. National Voting Rights Museum straight ahead. You see that Montgomery, 50 miles. It was a 50-mile march. And down there, you see it? Let me zoom in. That is the Edmund Pettus Bridge where Bloody Sunday occurred, and where I will be in a short time, relatively short time, with a friend of mine before we head to Montgomery later this afternoon, early this evening. That is the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and in my opinion, that is holy ground. If you don't know about Bloody Sunday, you need to find out. You're going to find out in a video we're going to be making a little later. But anyways, my thoughts and prayers, such as they are, go to these fine constructs, these buildings here, this evangelical Presbyterian church, this Baptist church over here around the corner. Let's switch towns on you real quick. In 1963, Martin Luther King was jailed in Birmingham, wrote a famous treatise. Well, it's called a letter. It was a letter from Birmingham jail. And it was written in response to a shorter letter. His letter's about, I forget, 16 pages maybe. There was a short one-page letter. It was signed by a bunch of prominent ministers and maybe a rabbi or two, I'm not sure, I can't remember. But it was signed by some prominent ministers in the fine city of Birmingham that basically told King and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to get the hell out of town because you're just outside agitator and we'll just find the way things are, blah, blah, blah. I've seen a copy of that letter. I used to possess a copy of it. It was signed by a few Methodist ministers, and I think there was a Presbyterian minister or two, a couple of Baptist ministers. All in all, I forget, it was maybe 10, 12 ministers, all the big shots in town. And as history goes down, you may have read Letter from Birmingham Jail by Dr. King. You probably have not seen that letter. I can't remember the name of a single minister that was on that letter. They were big shots in their time, because they were on the wrong side of history. So maybe churches, as a whole, predominantly white churches, can strive towards freedom, as the book Dr. King wrote is titled, and make greater strides. Instead, here in the South, predominantly, the conservative evangelical churches, 4 out of 5 self-professed conservative evangelical Christians voted for Donald Trump, 81% to be exact. And what I hear is support among evangelicals has dropped a little, but not much. And so I got a feeling we have a long ways to go. Because sad to say, as I heard a black DJ mention on a local soul station here that I'm gonna have to save on my radio app because it plays some good music. Basically, the deal is that Donald Trump sending jackboot, brown shirt, camouflage-laden thugs into cities of the United States. And who are they beating up? Who are they beating up? Who are they throwing into vans, unidentified? Is it armed white protesters storming the legislature of the Michigan State House, state capitol? No. Nope. Is it I don't know, who are they doing this to? Oh, that's right. That's right, I remember. It's some like Black Lives Matter protesters. Yeah, that's right. Isn't that strange? I guess we got a lot of work to do. So hey, evangelicals, I'm just gonna call you out. I used to be one of you, way back. Then I got better. Got a little smarter, a little more open-eyed to community. I'm telling you right now, man, if you're supporting Donald Trump, well, he sends goon squads to harass, intimidate, kidnap Black Lives Matter protesters and say other, quote, lefties that he doesn't like or you evangelicals don't like, and you're voting for him, then you are no better than the sons of the devil. There's some evangelical language for you. Brood of Vipers, John the Baptist, right? Remember him? The guy that ate locusts and wild honey? Yeah. So, I don't know, man. White people, white Christians, white people, white whoever. Let's get our minds right. Let's get our hearts right. Let's get our shit together. Come on, man. Racism is something that people of color have to experience. They don't have to, but I mean, history has bore that out in this country. But racism is actually a white problem. We started it. We have propagated it. We continue it. And as I like to say now, the Confederate States of America have had 2 presidents in their history. One was Jeff Davis. The other one is Donald Trump. So you guys decide. Evangelicals, decide. which side of history do you choose to be on? Historically, you have not been on the good side of history. But maybe there's a chance for you to redeem yourselves just a little bit. Time for us to redeem ourselves just a little bit. So anyways, this is Gene. I'm gonna shut this off and wait on my friend Warren to show up. He told me to be here about 10:30 to 11. Now he's gonna be here more like around in an hour, which is cool. So I'm just putzing around town, toward downtown here. I don't know. I was thinking about finding a nice soul food cafe. I haven't had any soul food on this whole trip. Sucks. But hey, anyways. This is Gene on the Elvis Burger 2020 tour, doing my best to piss off churches, I guess. I don't know. But it's not like it's the first time. But hey, let's do better, people. Let's do better. Unity and community. I like that phrase I heard yesterday from Apostle Tina Black. And so anyways, Selma, Alabama. See you.